I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. So great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the Smackdown Security Detail right here across your favorite social platforms. Smackdown taking place tonight in Cincinnati. We're getting it right off. We're getting started right off the get-go with Cody Rhodes making his way to the ring here. It was announced that he was going to be on the show tonight. He's making his way down to that ring right now. And he is, as usual, dressed to the nines. I thought he had the microphone in his hand right at the top of the stage there, but no, it's just the way the light was bouncing off of him. Gotta wonder what is on his mind given everything that's going on with him and Seth Rollins right now. But tonight, one of the big things on his mind, obviously, tonight is Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton going to be taking on Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed. One has to wonder if Seth Rollins will make his presence felt in that match. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But Cody's got himself the microphone. Let's take a listen and see what he has to say. Cody in trouble right off the get-go. He says, so Cincinnati, what do you want to talk about? Paul Heyman comes out and says, there's plenty to talk about. And Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Paul Heyman are right now standing on the apron. And Randy Orton just snuck up behind Cody and is standing side by side with Cody. Things are already kicking off and getting really heated here. Paul Heyman just stirring the pot between Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes there came out saying that he didn't want to talk to Cody. He wanted to talk to Randy Orton and basically said that this can't last. And that is not a spoiler. That is a prophecy. But Tiffany Stratton's coming in the building right now. There's going to be a contract signing between her and Stephanie VAQUER later tonight. Carmelo Hayes is wandering around the locker room too. Oh, the Miz is right there. Oh, well, Mellow Don't Miz has come to an end, but Sami Zayn is now coming out for the this week's U.S. Open Challenge, U.S. Championship Open Challenge. I'm curious as to who his opponent is going to be. Maybe it's Mellow. That's going to be my prediction. Question is, who will be Sami Zayn's challenger? Next Saturday in Perth, Australia, Crown Jewel. Uncertain if there's going to be a PLE patrol for that or not. We will keep you posted on that. But we do have something that we would like to keep you posted on as well. And that is our help wanted. We're looking for some help, guys. Take a look at this.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And if you want to find out where to apply, all you got to do is just head on over to turnbucklestudios.org. From there, you'll be able to click the join button, and it'll bring you to an application. Fill that out, and one of our representatives will get back to you with that application. Turnbucklestudios.org is that place to be. Now, anybody out there in the chat who's watching this show, I'd like you guys to give your predictions on who Sami Zayn's challenger will be. I think it's going to be Mello. I got a feeling that Mello's going to try to make this challenge happen, and then Miz is going to somehow cost him the title. And it could very well lead to a match, maybe not at Crown Jewel next week, but on Smackdown next week. But all in all, this whole U.S. Championship Open Challenge thing that Sami's been doing, bravo on the matches that he's been putting out there. I mean, he's been putting on banger after banger after banger, and it's making me look forward to his challenges each week. But I cannot wait to see who he's going to take on here. Hopefully I'm wrong and we get another big surprise. Be awesome if another person from the NXT roster steps up. Last week it was Javon Evans, and dang, did those guys put on a good show. And as we're looking over the Cincinnati skyline, looking over the stadium, the Cincinnati Bengals playing my football team. We'll be playing Detroit this Sunday, but that's a whole other story right now, as we have in the crowd, members of the Cincinnati Bengals roster. And the beautiful Cincinnati Bengals championship belt. And I was right. Carmelo is going to be the one who steps up to challenge Sami Zayn here. And now, oh, Melo's got a microphone here. What if Miz attacks him before coming out? And let's see what Melo has to say about this. And Miz shows up and gives Melo the skull-crushing finale. That definitely puts an exclamation point on the end of Melo Don't Miz there. Now the question is, oh, wait a second. Wait a second here. ALEISTER Black is coming out. And I think he's going to be taking the challenge. Oh, I like this match too. ALEISTER Black is going to be challenging Sami Zayn for the United States Championship here. But you know who isn't going to be challenging for the U.S. title right now? One OMD. Did you catch everything that just took place?
No, I literally got out here to see ALEISTER Black making his walk to the ring.
So originally it wasn't going to be ALEISTER Black challenging him. It was going to be Melo.
Okay.
Melo Don't Miz is done.
Well, thanks for the spoiler.
Well, they were going to tell you, they were going to say it on commentary, so. But what a match for you to come in on.
Right?
Either way, even if Melo didn't get attacked, I would have loved to have seen Melo too, but
right?
I get a
After that
feeling,
match last week?
yeah. I get a feeling that I don't think it's going to be a crown jewel, but I get a feeling that it's going to be next Friday. We're going to see Melo versus Miz.
Right. Yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think, I'd love to see it at Crown Jewel because I don't think Melo has had a main roster PLE one-on-one match.
I'm not sure if he has or not, but ALEISTER Black just using those educated feet on Sami Zayn right now.
Yes, 100% he is.
Oh, that crisp moonsault off the second rope from him, from one ALEISTER
Yes.
Black.
Yes.
As we go to our second commercial break. And right back to the action here. Oh. So I've got to wonder, like, how is Sami feeling about this right now? I mean, in those few minutes, he had to have been preparing for Melo when he saw Melo coming out.
Yeah.
And then he saw what had happened. Now he's got to plan for, or he had to plan for ALEISTER BLACK, and he only had like 10 seconds to prepare for that.
Right. Wow. Well, I mean, at the same time, it's always, they have to be prepared, cards subject to change. So they have to have some background knowledge on what they're getting into.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Royal Rumble, right? Like if you come in, you've got to plan for that next guy coming out.
Right. And you don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the same time, with ALEISTER BLACK taking this match, I have to ask, do we see Damian Priest interfere in this to cost ALEISTER?
He is scheduled to be in the building tonight.
Yes, he is. And from what I saw earlier, he is scheduled to be in action tonight.
Yeah, it said, all I saw on Sports Illustrated was Damian Priest in action tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't say who he was taking on.
I have a feeling it's going to be Kit Wilson.
At least he's getting TV time. I like Kit Wilson. I can't wait till him and Elton Prince reunite for Pretty Deadly. I, in fact, want them to be tag team champions soon.
Right.
But every time he throws those kicks, man. If Sami Zayn does lose the US title in this match, I think I'd be happy with an ALEISTER BLACK US title run.
I would love it. I mean, many know I had ALEISTER picked to win Money in the Bank this year. And unfortunately, he didn't make it.
Yeah, he lost the qualifying, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Which sort of started his descent into madness, so to speak, when he lost that match to LA Knight.
Yeah. I got to figure with all these US Open challenges, I kind of think Solo is eventually going to try to challenge one more time for the US title before he moves away from that.
Mm-hmm. And there's another one. Do we see him playing a factor in this match at all?
It's a possibility, but I get a feeling we're going to get another video segment from him. Because I feel like this whole thing with Solo, I feel like he's gearing up to build towards maybe the return of an MFT or a new member.
Right.
The way he's promoting everybody.
Now, I'm going to pitch this one here, okay? So we've already looked at Damian Priest potentially interfering. We're suggesting Solo could potentially interfere again. That could lead to a very, very interesting tag match with Sami and Damian versus ALEISTER and Solo. But what about then that being next week's match on SmackDown to a fatal four-way at Crown Jewel?
That'd be interesting. And you put the US belt on the line, I take it, right?
Yes.
And Sami with his own version of a picture-perfect Asai moonsault base, or sorry, not Asai, but a moonsault type maneuver off the top rope.
Yep.
What a week of fantastic wrestling this has been. I mean, TNA put on a killer show last night.
Right.
The CWE, which I attended on Wednesday, put on a killer show. Monday's Raw was killer. This Raw or this episode of SmackDown so far has been fire.
Right? All killer, no
half an
filler.
hour in. All, yeah.
Right?
All right, some 41.
And now Guy Fieri for City TV programming.
As much as I love Guy, I'm still going to say some 41.
Right.
But Sami's starting to mount a bit of a comeback. Oh, so much for the comeback I was about to mention. But all it takes for Sami to grab that win, and I'm pretty sure Aleister Black has got this in the back of his mind, one slip up and Sami capitalizes and can take the win.
Yep. But it's the same thing for Aleister Black and hitting the black mass.
Mm-hmm.
And we know we're in for one hell of a main event tonight as Randy Orton teams with Cody Rhodes against Braun and Bronson.
Yeah. I've got a few theories about that match, but we'll cross that road when we get there, pun intended.
Right. Absolutely.
Oh, Sami looking for a superplex? Yep. Oh, I love this angle.
Wow.
That was like a snap superplex.
Yes, it was.
What a match this has been so far.
Right. And I was going to say, and as we are looking at whatever is coming up here, let's take a look at everything we have going on here throughout the week at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Let's do it to it.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And for all that and more, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org, the hottest site on the internet. If you want to keep up with all of our latest weekly episodic shows, meet the team. Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and the Godfather, Carl Carafel. And if you want to get your break-in podcasting, content creation, potential collaboration, or behind the scenes, turnbucklestudios.org/join. And ladies and gentlemen, there's even a link to our merch shop, carlcarafel.redbubble.com, which we will show you later. Once again, turnbucklestudios.org, the hottest site on the interwebs.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I'm just flabbergasted still at this. We're only half an hour into the show, and it was off to a very hot start.
Right. Now, as you mentioned, The Miz attacked Melo, who was on his way out for the rematch.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Miz wanted a tag title shot. But we also know what the Wyatts are capable of, and they had issues with the Miz in the past, and they are seemingly targeting people who have turned their backs on their family. Does this trigger something else for them to target the Miz again?
I can't really say to that because it spoils the first half of what led to Miz attacking Melo. Because that happened right after the opening segment. But it is a strong possibility, and I've been thinking about guys that could very well team with the Miz in this situation. Although I don't think he's quite there to get that call up, but if you just take a look at your screen and see what I'm doing. Or maybe not. He's a possibility, and it would make sense. And I'm talking Ethan Page for those who are just listening.
Yes.
It's just, their two characters, just, there's something about it that I think could mesh well for them to be a tag team, if that ever does happen.
Right. Now, is this a situation where we could see a reunion of The Miz and Logan Paul?
That would be intriguing as well. We haven't seen Logan Paul in a little while. I tell you what, I wouldn't mind either with these open challenges. I wouldn't mind if Logan Paul stepped up and did one.
Right?
I mean, he is a former US champion.
Yep.
And it's kind of interesting that we're not getting Logan Paul. Oh, jeez.
And what a Meteora.
The way but the way Sammy ran into that haluva kick and missed.
Right?
I felt my hamstring jerk on that. But Aleister, the way he did that whole setup from ducking the haluva kick right into the Meteora, he understands just how important it is to become the United States champion.
It is, and
he's going to do everything and anything possible he can to win, just as Sammy's going to do everything and anything possible to defend it.
Yes, as we get exactly what I asked for, but not counting the interference.
It wasn't really much of an interference, though. It was more of a distraction.
It was.
And like I said, one slip up is all it takes.
Yep.
Damian took it, or Aleister took his eye off the ball for that half second. Sammy capitalized.
Yes, he did.
As yes, we do still have Booker T on commentary in place of Corey Graves.
Yep.
Not that I want to see this match, but I don't know why, but I get a feeling Corey Graves is going to try and get a match with Brock Lesnar when he comes back.
I really don't think so. And Damian clearing off the desk.
Nice and neatly, too, by the way.
Yes, I was sort of waiting for somebody else's music to hit, though, as Sammy was making his way back up the aisle to come out and confront him. But
and Damian kind of stalking him. Oh, he's looking for the razor's edge.
And there goes the desk right off the bat.
And for some reason, I saw the referee running behind Damian. I thought it was somebody running to attack Damian. But you know that Nick Aldis is going to have something to say about these two, and it's going to lead to something.
Absolutely, it is.
I have to wonder, though, do we go to a stipulation match with these two, or?
I think we have to. Because we know that Priest said, you know, let me have them. And very, very intriguing development there as Chelsea Green and ALBA FYRE offering position in the Secret Harvest for Chelsea Green. ZARIA and Soul firing back saying, no, we are looking for the opportunity to win the women's tag team championships.
Yeah, and Soul looking to become a three belt holder, I guess you can say.
Right? And I'm guessing that this has led to a tag team match here tonight because we do have Chelsea Green and ALBA FYRE on their way to the ring.
Yeah, and there's one thing that always confuses me about this, and it's usually until I see the graphic or something for their name pop up on the screen. But every time I see Chelsea Green with ALBA FYRE or Piper Niven, it's always usually hard for me to tell if whether or not we're going to see Chelsea Green wrestle one-on-one with them in her corner because of the outfits that ALBA FYRE and Piper Niven do wear.
Right.
But you're right. We're getting a tag team match right now against Sol RUCA and ZARIA.
Okay, as we are seeing now, Call of Duty Mobile.
With Alexa Bliss being featured in the game.
Yes.
And that would explain the sponsorship in the middle of the ring tonight.
Yes. But Alexa is not the only one. Alexa is not the only one. They are also adding The Undertaker.
Now, thoughts on this upcoming women's tag team match that we've got. This is, I think this is Sol RUCA's and ZARIA's main roster tag team debut.
I believe so. Now, we know that they've had issues on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Do we, and I don't think we're going to get the heel turn, but do we see that continue and have Chelsea Green and ALBA pick up the win? Or do we see these two get the win in that main roster tag team debut?
I, for one, would like to see them get the win because I feel like it's going to be a fresh match for Charlotte and Alexa.
Yep.
Because obviously women's tag title implications are going to be considered in this match for whomever wins.
Absolutely. And we know that Chelsea is a former women's tag team champion, as is ALBA FYRE.
Mm-hmm.
As is Piper Niven, who we do still want to send our best wishes to and wish her a speedy recovery from whatever is ailing her.
Yeah, nothing has been out on that just yet. I haven't found anything. I haven't seen any of her social posts about it.
I have heard some speculation, and I'm not going to get into speculation.
Yeah, I saw something about career-ending injury, but I hope it's not.
I've heard that as well, but I've also heard that of the potential injury in speculation, but we don't want to get into that.
Mm-hmm. At least not until something is concrete and until she has said something.
Right.
Now, also later on tonight, we're going to see, since we're on the topic of women's wrestling, we're going to be seeing the contract signing between Stephanie VAQUER and Tiffany Stratton later on tonight as well.
Okay.
Do we see shenanigans get involved in that, or is it just going to be a straightforward contract signing?
I think with those two being baby faces, I think it is going to be straightforward. But if you're going to look at shenanigans, I think you're going to see Nia Jax and Jade Cargill come out again to get involved and say, I've got winner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because right now on the Raw side, Stephanie doesn't really have a feud per se for her championship. I do feel like maybe Asuka is going to be like one of the first ones to step up afterwards.
Right.
But guys, Saturday, October 11th, 8 a.m. Eastern, Crown Jewel, Perth. We're not doing a PLE patrol at that time of night. I've already said don't know if there's going to be one, but in the coming days, just stay tuned. We'll let you guys know.
Yes.
Oh, he's like, why are we looking at the Washington, D.C. skyline? But that's right. John Cena's final match, Saturday, December 13th, Washington, D.C. I can tell you there will be a PLE patrol for that one.
You had better believe it.
Can't miss something as historic as John Cena's last match. And I have a theory about this one.
Okay.
Who has been angling to get a John Cena match all year?
Oh, I know. I've already discussed this with Parrish. He and I have had the same thought.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where we went to and I could see it. I think if anybody truly deserves that opportunity, it would be him.
Sometimes I forget just how athletic Sol Ruca is.
Right.
And it's just every time I see her, and I know that sometimes we do see her do the same maneuvers, but she just leaves me in awe every time I watch her wrestle.
She does.
And I mean, ever goes for Zarya too.
Yes, ever since Sol recovered from, I can't remember what type of knee injury she had there a couple of years ago, she has come back stronger and better than ever.
Yeah, when I first saw her last year, I believe it was Battleground actually was the first show I remember watching her on. And she was in that ladder match for the Women's North American Championship. And like just watching her, and I thought she was going to take it. Of course, Kalani Jordan was the one who ended up taking it. Watching her grow over the last year and the confidence that she's built as a woman in the ring, it's been night and day compared to what I've seen her doing last year compared to what she's doing now.
Right. Oh, 100%.
But little Alba Fire against Zarya here.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't class Alba as little.
Yeah, but she's tiny compared to the muscles on Zarya. Oh, jeez. Just Irish whipping her with force into those turnbuckles.
Right. Now, I do have to ask, how quickly before we see a potential main roster call up for one or both of these women?
I feel like this match is going to be like that test
for
them.
A one-woman doomsday device there from ZARIA.
Oh, took her head off with that. And now Chelsea. Oh, geez. Chelsea is terrified a little bit. No, maybe not.
Yeah. Chelsea ran in and is getting absolutely throttled.
Zarya looked down at her just like, really?
And Soul doing the handstand chicken wing.
The chemistry of these two women, Soul, RUCA, and ZARIA here, has been impeccable. And
yes,
I, for one, like if they do end up getting a match with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, how much of a feather in the cap would that be if they were to able to beat them and take the tag team titles off of them?
Well, that would be absolutely huge. But I have to wonder, do we need to get a little more aggression out of Soul? Because she's really reminding me of Raquel Rodriguez in she's put together. She just is missing that aggression.
I think you might be onto something there, but I do remember a couple weeks ago I watched her in a match and I can't remember who she was taking on. It felt like there was a little bit more aggression out of Soul in that match. Matter of fact, I think it was the speed match against not Kalani Jordan. Jada Parker.
Yeah.
But again, that's the speed match. You have like a 5-minute time limit, especially if it's on a PLE, it's 5 minutes.
Yes.
You kind of have to get that aggression in there and get to beat them in that 5 minutes.
Yeah. See, Zaria's got the aggression, doesn't have the finesse, so to speak.
I don't think she needs the finesse with her.
And there is the Soul Snatcher. And ZARIA pick up the win. Winning their apparent main roster debut from what we can ascertain.
Mm-hmm. It's not, I'm not saying it's a call up, but I would call it a main roster debut victory.
Yeah.
But a soul crushing defeat for Chelsea Green.
Yes.
And speaking of the women's tag champions,
These two are, the fact that we are seeing this comedic side out of Charlotte now, and the way that those two are delivering, that is a match I would be intrigued to see.
I'm very much enjoying what Charlotte is doing right now, as far as what they're doing with the women's tag team titles. But you know what you guys can do? You guys can enjoy some shopping over at carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Take a look.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
There you go, carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Anything you want. Travel mug, t-shirt, hoodie, throw pillow. You want it? They can make it. carlcarafel.redbubble.com. All of the proceeds come back into us delivering you a better show and a better experience.
Couldn't have said it better myself, my man. I was going to say regarding Charlotte and Alexa Bliss too, I like what they're doing because it feels to me like it is the complete opposite of the best friends.
Right?
Which, by the way, is probably one of my favorite tag teams from AEW.
Right.
They're not in AEW anymore, but or at least one of them still is, aren't they? Well, Orange Cassidy still is.
As a faction, that group has disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
The original tag team as well have broken up, as one is no longer able to compete.
Which one is that?
Chuck Taylor.
Oh. Why did I think Frankie Kazarian was a part of them?
No, Frankie Kazarian was part of SCU.
Yeah.
But once again, ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday, October 11th, 8 a.m., Crown Jewel. We will keep you apprised as to whether there will be a PLE patrol that evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I alluded to during or after the Redbubble commercial about the proceeds giving us a better experience, I'm having a much better experience now. I've actually upgraded my system, so I don't know if you guys can tell out there. I'm hoping I'm sounding clearer. I'm hoping I'm looking brighter, as everything that wasn't working is working again. But it looked as though we had Stephanie VAQUER getting ready to make her way to the ring for the contract signing.
That we did. As we're looking at the beautiful city of Cincinnati, where Smackdown is taking place tonight. Already had a couple members of the Bengals in the audience, as usual.
Right.
A city I wouldn't mind visiting. I've heard some good stuff about the city.
I've never been to Cincinnati. I will say this, as much as the state of Ohio gets bagged on, it is absolutely beautiful. I have been there a few times.
Mm-hmm. As we're taking a look at the events of last Monday night, where BRON and BRONSON took on the Usos.
Yes.
In what was a heck of a tag team match. Tornado tag team match, I should say.
Yes. Now, we have to assume that Cody and Randy, after last Friday, were watching on for this tag team match.
Yeah, so they should know what to expect out of these two gentlemen a little later on tonight. And knowing Cody's relationship with Jay, I'm pretty sure Jay might have given him some advice, or Jimmy as well.
Yes, and I have to wonder, could we see one or both of the Usos for that match to provide backup?
Well, that's on the flip side. I was wondering if maybe we get Seth Rollins coming out because we all know the issues with Cody and Seth going on right now,
Yes.
leading into their match next Saturday.
Absolutely. You know, seeing that always worries me, that double Uso splash, because one is splashing the knees, and it always worries me that there's going to be more damage done to the knees or to the ribs there.
Yeah, to be fair, every time I see like a double top rope maneuver like that, as right now we are getting an announcement for Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns will be in the building. Every time I see a top rope double maneuver like that, I get worried, and it stems all the way back from when Chris Nowinski
Yep.
basically got that career-ending injury in the middle of the Royal Rumble from that double missile drop kick he was supposed to take.
Yes. So we have to wonder what is really going through, and I'm going to ask this, Randy's head, because we know that he wants to get that title shot. He wants to get number 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we have often speculated on it. Do we see it tonight, or do we wait until Crown Jewel?
Well, we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But right now, Nick Aldis is in that ring, and he's going to be spearheading this contract signing between Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie VAQUER.
Yes, he is.
I'm kind of surprised that Adam Pearce isn't out there acting as a representative for Stephanie on Raw.
Right. As we get Tiffany making her way out to the ring first, which I find rather interesting because she is the WWE Women's Champion and representing SmackDown.
I'm still not even sure who I'd like to see take this win, because as you and I have discussed before in the past, both Stephanie and Tiffy have won the majority of their big matches on PLEs this year.
Absolutely, they have. Now, last year we did see it come down to, it was Nia Jackson, Liv Morgan, with Liv Morgan winning.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if this situation, if it's going to be Raw's turn. I would love to see Tiffany take it and bring the belt to SmackDown. But what if, and I'm going to throw this out there, we get something like a time limit draw, or what if this is the way to return Liv Morgan, who would be the former Crown Jewel champion?
I think Liv still has a number of months before she can come back. I feel like she's going to be coming back, say, around the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because I think that puts her right in line for the timeline for her return. Because as we know, she's out with a separated shoulder right now.
Yes.
Man, I just thinking about the injuries that we have right now. Next year is going to be like the year of the return.
Right? Stephanie has the stick. So both of these women throwing a lot of respect at each other. Both of them saying they're not going to lose. They're not backing down.
Mm-hmm.
And both women have signed the contract and shaken hands.
And now, oh yeah, the photo op thing that usually happens after an actual contract signing.
Yep. Stephanie watching the ramp. And no shenanigans.
At least not yet.
I guess I spoke too soon, and it's Giulia.
Giulia.
We do see Tiffany slowly making her way back up. Are we going to see this potentially break down to a tag match next week?
That's what I'm leaning towards. Either next. Yeah, I'm going to say next week because I'm looking at the time. There's only about an hour left. Yeah, I'll say next week. These two could very well have themselves a tag team match on SmackDown. Because obviously Giulia is not dressed to compete, and neither is KIANA James.
Right. Neither were Tiffany and Stephanie.
True. I was going to say, well, Tiffany's got some of her wrestling gear on. Her boots, on the other hand, though.
Right. But that was very, very interesting. KIANA making the offer to Stephanie, look, I can make you a superstar. And we know that Stephanie and Giulia have history together.
Another Nick Aldis situation.
With Javon Evans. So it seems as though Javon Evans has now signed with SmackDown. Ray Phoenix asked Javon for a match to be interrupted by Los Garza. And it looks as though, ladies and gentlemen, as though we are going to get a tag team match here tonight with Javon and FENIX versus Los Garza.
Yeah, can you say match of the night? I think Javon Evans is going to have matches of the month, though.
Oh,
with what's coming up for him.
Yep.
But when Ray FENIX came in and he's like, hey, maybe we should have a match at some point, I was like, yes.
Right. Now, I have to ask, though, with FENIX, because we know how talented he is as a single star. But really, he's been put into this tag team showcase with various partners over the last few months. Are we going to see Ray FENIX again as a single star? Or is this how they're building him up to a potential reunion with his brother?
If there is going to be a reunion, it's not going to be for a little while, because obviously over on Raw right now, we've got Penta gunning after Dominic for the Intercontinental title.
Yes. As we do... Okay, right.
This could be FENIX, looking for a new partner, because he probably still wants a shot at the tag titles. And given the fact that Andrade is no longer a part of the WWE and has gone back to being All Elite.
Yes.
We will discuss that on Turnbuckle Talk, by the way.
Okay.
I've got to wonder, I think FENIX is still wanting to gun after those tag team titles. But you know what we are gunning after, guys? We're gunning after your help. So take a look here.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, videos, games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org, the hottest site on the interwebs. Click turnbucklestudios.org/join to send us your creds if you want your break-in podcasting content creation, potential collab, or help us out behind the scenes. Catch all of our latest weekly episodic shows. Go to carolfeld.redbubble.com from there. Meet the team: Chris Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Chris Parrish, and of course the Godfather, Carl Carafel. Turnbucklestudios.org. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it now. But since we're on the subject of tag team wrestling, I'm still it's been a couple of weeks since we've seen the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
I've got to wonder who's going to be that. I'm still curious as to who's going to be that first tag team that will actually step up to them and not be afraid to wrestle them.
I think if you're going to go that route, because I believe the Street Profits have a title shot coming up, do they not?
I think so, and I 100% think that it should be at Crown Jewel.
But I think if you're looking for a team really that can step up and wrestle the Wyatts, you got to go with the tag team who has seen it all over the last 2 decades, and that is your Motor City Machine Guns.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this unexpected tag team match we're getting when we come back from commercial break here.
Right?
And I've got to wonder, like, where was Santos Escobar during that thing?
Right?
I don't think he's hurt.
I don't either. But who knows? Maybe he's not in Cincinnati. Maybe he's going to accompany them to ringside. Maybe it was just, like it said earlier today, maybe he hadn't arrived at the arena yet.
It's a possibility.
As we see
The Cincinnati
former
Reds Stadium.
Yes, I was going to say the former Riverfront Stadium, as I remember it. And now we have Jacob Fatu.
And this is the thing that Carl has brought this up a couple of times, and I kind of feel with him too. We have Javon Evans and Ray FENIX waiting in the ring. Couldn't this Jacob Fatu thing wait till after the match? I love you, Jacob. But we could have waited.
So Jacob Fatu with words to Drew McIntyre, and Los Garza coming out without Santos Escobar.
But it still says that they're repping Legado del Fantasma, so...
Yep. It's been a while, too, since we have seen Los Garza in tag team action.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, too, and to be fair, I think the last time I remember them watching them was when they lost the AAA tag titles to Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Yeah. That was Triple Mania.
Yeah. And well, that was a brutal match, too. I mean, you had to give them some time to rest. That was a no disqualification, Extreme Rules kind of match they had. But right off the bat, Javon Evans taking to the air, as he usually does in his matches. If you're...
What an enziguri there from Berto.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, if you are Legado del Fantasma or Los Garza, this is what you got to do. What Berto's doing right here. You got to keep Javon Evans grounded.
Yes, and you really have to target Javon Evans, who it's not his main roster debut. We saw that last week, but now he is officially a member of the SmackDown roster. But Javon Evans has a big weekend coming up next weekend as well.
Yeah, that's why I said matches of the month, because he's got a big match on Tuesday as well.
Yep.
Where he and Leon Slater are going to be in tag team action. Then he's got Leon Slater.
Yes.
At Bound for Glory.
On October 12th.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Wow.
That was a beautiful way that Javon Evans took that slingshot.
And Dragon Lee coming in to stop the showboating, so to speak.
When did Rey Fenix become Dragon Lee?
I get those two confused all the time.
Don't worry, man. I do too. I do too. And it's the way I identify them, though, is and I think there's some kind of a meaning for this, because I've seen a lot of Latino wrestlers with this tattoo. Because Berto has it, Phoenix has it. It's that scratching tattoo. Phoenix has got one on his back. Berto's got one on his chest, and I'm pretty sure Angel's got one somewhere too. I can't remember where, though.
Right.
But that's how I identify when it's Rey Fenix, because I know that tattoo, because it's very prominent to me.
Right. Yes, it is. It's an Aztec tattoo, and it's an Aztec symbol. I just don't know the meaning behind it. This is where our lucha expert, Bubba Duke, would be.
Okay, Angel doesn't have it. I thought Angel did have one.
I remember when Angel and Berto had them painted on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Berto's got a full-on tattoo now. But the tag team expertise of Las Garza coming into play here, because if you look at it this way, Rey Fenix and Javon Evans are kind of a rookie tag team, being that this is their first time teaming up. But
they are, and I'm really impressed with Los Garza, not just the tag team work, but you have really put your focus on the rookie.
Yeah, and you cannot discount Rey Fenix's, or you cannot count out Rey Fenix's tag team expertise as well, which he's got a plethora, there's that word again, of that. Yep. But I gotta say, we talked about like how far along ZARIA has come along, or not ZARIA, Sol RUCA has come along since her return. Javon Evans is another dude who's come very far from being on NXT Level Up to where he is now.
Yep.
I remember the first night I watched him on Level Up, and I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And couldn't find any information online about him at that time.
Right.
But he left me very well impressed after that match.
Javon turning it around and gets the hot tag to Phoenix.
But I know you confused him with Dragon Lee, by the way. It came to my brain. I would love for Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee to form a tag team at some point.
Right?
Hell, since they all have dangly things on their masks, why not bring Kalisto in too?
No. Just no.
I like Kalisto. He does good lucha things.
Kalisto can do Kalisto things wherever he may be at.
I believe he's in AAA. But right now, we've got ourselves a fantastic outing between Phoenix and Angel right now.
Yes, and are we trying to see Phoenix go for a muscle buster?
I think so, but you're not going to do it with those arms hooked around the ropes like Angel had.
Nope. Wow. Berto and Javon taking themselves.
Oh,
and
what's going on here?
Wow.
Wow. And see, we're talking about the high flying technique of Ray Fenix and
Javon.
Javon. I forget that Berto can take to the air too.
Yes, he can. But what power there from Garza to be able to hold both of those men up.
Yeah, for a small dude, he's got amazing strength. But then again, looking at Javon Evans, he looks to be about 150 pounds soaking wet. So
yeah. And your favorite move, the inside out there on Fenix.
A move I was only ever to pull off once in the ring. And after that, I'm like, never again, because it kind of frightened me that I did it.
Javon shaking like a young Ultimate Warrior.
I love these when the cameraman's like right up there, right on the apron, watching the action. I love these shots because it puts you right in there. Like it makes you feel like you're part of the tag team. And wow, that just put you right in the match. That one,
right? Wow.
If they don't use that for an intro for the show, I don't know what the heck they're thinking. If they ever go back to it. Yeah, Berto tried to use the ropes and the referee caught him red-handed. But that is if they go back to doing SmackDown intro songs and whatnot for the shows.
Right.
We haven't seen that in like over a couple of years at least.
Right.
No blind tag from Fenix. I don't think Berto didn't see it, obviously.
No, and ate that boot from Fenix.
I was going to say, well, he saw that boot. Oh, now he's looking for a muscle buster. What does Javon Evans call that maneuver, by the way?
I don't know, but Fenix went with...
Yeah, what was that?
It was a muscle buster set up into like a
muscle buster. Oh, look. Well, I was going to say muscle buster Michinoku driver kind of thing. But a hell of an outing from these two men.
Yes.
And I kind of want more of it. Just like we're getting more of Damian Priest right now.
Wow. Damian issuing a challenge for last man standing, and now we get Solo.
Yeah, didn't I say we need a step match to finish this off for once and for all? Not gonna lie, when I saw Kit Wilson being thrown down the ramp there on the wheelchair, I was thinking, wee.
Oh, see it. I was thinking of poor Zach Gowen.
Why not Zack Ryder when he got rode off the stage by Kane?
Right? Oh, I think you were right there. He's saying he's missing a part, and then everyone is on notice.
Yeah, and that thought occurred to me like right as I said that earlier tonight, because like I get doing vignettes and promoting your team if you're not going to be on TV, but it has to lead to somewhere, you know.
Yeah. So that really has to lead to Tama Tonga.
Yeah, either Tama Tonga's returning or we're getting somebody new.
Yes. As we get Cody Rhodes making his way out here for the main event.
Mm-hmm. This show has flown by fast, and it's been a nice pace at the same time.
Yes, this has been absolutely incredible.
As we're seeing a promotion for the OTC and CM Punk going to be in the same building, I guess, on Raw. Seth Rollins, okay, they're just promoting everything for that's going on for the main main event situation.
Promoting Raw.
Yeah. But you know what we can promote? Since we were just talking about an upcoming show, let's show our upcoming shows.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the Smackdown Security Detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is the place to be if you want your break in podcasting, content creation, collaboration, or help out behind the scenes. Go to turnbucklestudios.org/join. Meet the team: Chris Best, myself, Carl Carafel, Bubba Duke, and Chris Parrish. Watch all of our latest weekly episodic shows, including this one right here. As well as hit the shop button and go to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. Turnbucklestudios.org is the hottest site on the interwebs. Do it. Do it now.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's episode of Saturday Night Gaming, and you guys should too. Just gonna put that out there. It's gonna get spooky.
Okay.
With a game I've only played maybe about an hour of and never finished.
Okay. I am intrigued.
To make it a little obvious, you don't have to wait until dawn.
Interesting. I might just have to come in and check that out tomorrow.
Like I said, I've only played a half an hour of that game and
right,
just never got around to finishing it. Don't know why, but I'm like, you know what? Let's do it.
Right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up this Monday, you can catch me back here with the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, where I review and preview Monday Night Raw from last week and going into what we are expecting to see on Monday night. Speculation, rumors, all of it runs rampant on the Locker Room Breakdown with OM Dynamic and potentially special guests. As we do once again look out at outside and downtown Cincinnati.
It just looks like a beautiful city. Oh, the Street Profits.
What a video, and a cryptic video from the Wyatts to the Street Profits. Almost Christmas video-esque, so to speak. As next week from Perth, we get the Wyatts defending the tag team championships against the Street Profits. As well, another U.S. Open challenge from Sami Zayn.
And the tag team match, the women's tag match we speculated was going to take place.
Yes, and that is huge. That is going to be very, very intriguing.
And then last man, yeah, wow, next Friday's looking good.
I was gonna say, can next Friday be here at 10 o'clock?
I gotta sleep sometime, dude. And here comes the Viper, Randy Orton.
Yes. But again, we have to speculate because Cody was in the ring for that long. Did we need the rundown for next week during this time?
You know, I've been thinking about how you do that rundown. Remember on episodes of Superstars, like at the beginning of the show, they'd be like, you're going to see Shawn Michaels, you're going to see Doink the Clown, you're going to see Bastion Booger. But then like at the end of the show, they'd be like, next week, Sergeant Slaughter, Big Boss Man, Crush are all going to be on the show. Why not? Why can't we just do it that way? Like at the end, right after the last match, just have them announce like at least 2 or 3 of the matches that you're going to see, and then use Twitter or Facebook or even in WWE.com to promote the other matches.
Absolutely. Randy out giving everybody fist bumps. Somebody wanting Randy to, I don't know if he asked Randy to RKO him.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's one really jacked looking kid in the crowd, though.
And there's a Piper Niven lookalike in the crowd.
Standing right next to the jacked up looking kid or guy. Oh. Now, see, that's fan interaction right there.
Right.
Guys. That was cool. Kid, if I'm you, I'd be going to Michael's and getting a frame for that.
Right, 100%. But I do have to ask, because they started Cody's intro 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and it's taken Randy Orton about that long to get to at least get to the apron.
Yeah. So what do we see with this upcoming tag match?
I can't again tell you my prediction based off what was said in the opening promo.
Right.
And it's not really a prediction, but it's a theory that I think could happen.
Right.
And I'm just going to say some distrust could happen.
Okay. But since we are waiting for these intros to be completed, ladies and gentlemen, if you will give me one moment, it is time for the patented OMD locker room visit.
And while OMD is doing his locker room visit, take a look at what we've got for the WWE shop, for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program shop.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
That's right. And if you want to head on over to If you want to pick yourself up a locker room visit shirt from for OMD, just head on over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com. You can actually get a locker room visit, anything really there, shirt, pillow. I think I saw some blankets, some hoodies, all kinds of stuff there. carlcarafel.redbubble.com is that place to go. As right now, BRON and BRONSON are making their presence felt in what should be a very entertaining matchup here. One thing I've got to say about this is I actually enjoy the fact that BRON and BRONSON have finally kind of have some matching gear for each other here with the black and gold that they're wearing, and it's a nice, it doesn't look too bad. Of course, my personal colors are black and orange, but we'll just leave it at that. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton here. Randy Orton starting off with Braun Breaker in the ring. Sometimes I forget just how tall Randy Orton is, and then I see him do a collar and elbow against a guy like Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker is no small guy either, but he looks kind of dwarf standing next to Randy Orton.
And I love it. I completely missed the intro in the minute and a half that I was AFK. But that shows me that Braun and BRONSON are all business and they're not about the showboating.
Well, Randy Orton's all business right now with having taken Braun's head off and throwing him out of the ring, essentially, with that clothesline.
Right.
But I was remarking to our viewers just now, too, that I like the fact that in the last couple of weeks, we've seen Braun and BRONSON finally have matching gear to establish the fact that they are a tag team now.
Right. And they've got the matching jackets when they come out with the logo for the Vision, which we have not yet seen on Seth Rollins and or Becky Lynch.
I mean, like when Evolution was a thing, they didn't always all wear the same gear. Like, never saw Batista and Ric Flair wearing robes to the ring.
No.
And
no, but typically when they were going out,
they'd
all be wearing their t-shirts.
Or if they were cut just out there to cut a promo, they'd all be in suits.
Yep.
Well, thumb to the eye, taking Braun Breaker back a little bit there. And the one thing I kind of forgot until I saw them do the tie up there, but Braun Breaker, he's a big guy, but he looks dwarf standing next to Randy Orton.
He does. BRONSON definitely the shorter of the two, but probably a little bit stockier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Paul, where were you running off to? No, the table didn't break that time.
No, it did not. It was reinforced after the Razor's Edge.
I was going to say, where the heck's Cody running off to, but running off to the corner to hype the crowd a bit.
Yep. Oh, Paul Heyman ran off to distract the ref.
Yeah, that's where Heyman took off to. Now we've got a double team effort on the outside here.
Yes, we do. As Randy ate the table a couple of times, and everybody wants Bronson Reed wants everybody to acknowledge him as the tribal thief.
And Paul's like, I had nothing to do with this.
That's right.
But now we got Bronson in the ring there, and
yes,
just exerting that weight with that sleeper hold on Randy's back there.
Yes, really putting the pressure, and Randy turning 40 shades of purple.
Tell you, when I used to apply sleepers, that I did the exact same thing that Bronson is doing. I'd shift all my weight down there, cut off that passageway to breathe.
Yep. Randy trying to fight back, but eats a kick to the gut there from Bronson and avoids the splash or the shoulder.
And here comes Cody. I think Bronson was looking for a tag too, but Braun wasn't paying attention.
Now, are Braun and Bronson out there to actually win this match, or are they out there to soften Cody up for Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel?
I got to imagine they're there to soften up Cody. Jeez, the way Braun takes the over the top rope spot kind of scares me sometimes, because I think, what if he misses catching the apron there? Because he goes right upside down. What if he misses catching the apron to
right
to complete the flip, and he just lands head first outside the ring?
As Cody trying to work the shoulder of Bronson Reed, but it just didn't work. Bronson's is just too powerful.
And Braun Breaker with that clubbing blow, just bringing the advantage back to his tag team in this matchup.
Yes.
On those big ham bones of Bronson Reed just caving in the chest off that fist there.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of figured Bronson was going to catch him off that. Cody was looking for his the Cody cutter there.
Yep. And are we going to see the tribal swanton? Or not swanton, but senton. Bronson Reed breaking the hold as Braun Breaker looks to build momentum, and what a clothesline with an inside out there from Cody.
Yeah, Braun trying to get in the face of Randy Orton. Randy Orton just playing it cool, calm, and collected as he usually does.
Yes. But that is that veteran experience from 20 plus years in WWE from Randy Orton.
Yeah. If you did that to Orton, say back in 04, or no, not 04, we'll say 09, when he was doing the when he had the IED thing going on.
Yep.
Yeah, Randy would have exploded.
Cody reaching out, trying to make the tag, but Braun Breaker with the power again, holding Cody back.
Yeah, it's like they're playing tug of war right now. Oh, I thought Cody was going to land.
Throw.
I thought Cody was going to land on his feet there.
So did I, but what a throw from Braun Breaker. Paul Heyman there guiding traffic on the outside as Bronson Reed throws Cody back in.
Yeah, I'm still wondering, do we see, if we're going to see the Usos, are we going to see Seth Rollins? Are we going to see a little bit of dissension between Cody and Randy? There's a lot of stories to be told in this matchup.
But what we saw at Clash in Paris, and I'm going to go back to that because we saw his return on Monday. Could we see Roman Reigns potentially get involved in this? Given his history with Cody, with Randy, and now most recently with the Vision.
Maybe that's your Survivor Series team for War Games. Randy, Cody, Roman, and maybe the Usos.
There you go.
But again, at that point, because War Games is typically 5-on-5.
Yes.
At that point, that's where if you're the Vision, you got to find 2 more guys.
Yes, you do.
But there's a part of me still, when I'm thinking about War Games, there's a part of me still that thinks John Cena is going to get himself into that War Games match.
Right.
Oh. Kind of had a change of scenario thought there.
And you got to wonder if and where CM Punk factors into that too. If the Vision is going in.
Yeah, if that's the scenario for War Games, yeah. But right now, Bronson is just taking it to Cody right now with those fists and those clubs.
Now, I'm going to ask this because you did mention the idea of distrust. Could we see Randy impact the outcome of Crown Jewel? Or do we see if there's going to be that attack, because we've been waiting and speculating on that for months. Do we see him affect the outcome of Crown Jewel, costing Cody?
Well, that's where I was thinking of when I just had that light bulb go off in my head. What if Randy Orton is one of the ones that the Vision recruits for War Games?
Yeah.
If that is where we're going. And I know we're talking War Games, but we still have a Saturday night's main event to come.
We do.
After Crown Jewel.
Okay, now I'm going to put another name out there for the Vision, and it's a name that I really, really hate to bring up. Could we see if John Cena makes his way into that main event after his face turn saying certain people promised to stand by me and they left? Could we see Dwayne?
I don't think so. But right now, Bronson has just been big power slam from Randy Orton there.
Yes, what a power slam from Orton.
Oh, right into a Death Valley driver.
Yes, known as the Jagged Edge.
Huh. Oh, you got a tsunami on the way, guys.
We do.
Possibly. No, Orton's on his feet.
Randy is up. I was waiting for, are we going to see him hit the RKO on the tsunami? Or are we going to see Randy Orton try for the superplex, a move made famous by his father? And wow.
I thought that was going to be it.
If it wasn't for Braun Breaker there, yeah, Braun was down. As the action breaks down here, Cody and Braun Breaker on the outside. Wow. And Bronson down. As Orton hits that draping DDT and going to where only those voices can carry him.
Oh, Paul Heyman. There's Seth Rollins.
There he is.
But Paul Heyman was climbing to the top rope. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. And I tsunami and 1, 2,
3.
and wow.
Not gonna lie, I actually kind of like that vest that Seth's got on.
Right? As the Vision currently standing tall in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, they're trying to. I was gonna say Seth is trying to get them out of there pretty quick. They're
Yep.
To, I guess, avoid getting attacked by Cody. Oh no. Oh, Seth is commanding them to go to the back.
Yep, saying, no, Cody's mine. Seth getting that look in his eyes again, and he slowly turns to look back.
And look how Cody is positioned right now.
Yep. Checking on Randy.
Paul Heyman looks like he's saying, don't do it.
Yeah, he is. Cody,
Man,
wow, what a way to play possum and hit the crossroads.
Next Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Perth, Australia is going to be the site for SmackDown. But OMD, as you're going to give out your socials, tell me, what did you think of tonight's show?
Wow. I said it right off the bat. All killer, no filler. What a show. For me, perhaps my moment of the night, I got to go with that main event.
Yeah.
I got to go with that main event and just how hard hitting it was and everybody hitting everything, nothing looking out of place. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for me on the socials, it is my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMDShow. Visually, for sure, you can find me right here on Sunday night on the Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Mr. Best, yourself.
Yeah, if you want to find me, guys, you can look for me at my Linktree, linktr.ee/Chris_best83. tomorrow we begin the Halloween festivities on Saturday Night Gaming, so check it out. But yeah, tonight's show for me was just it had a very nice flow to it. I was there from the opening promo to the final bell, but my moment of the night would have to be that I got to go with Javon Evans and Ray FENIX in that tag match with Berto and Angel, because those four men just brought out the best in one another. And
Right.
I kind of would like to see Javon Evans and Ray FENIX team up some more. But on that note, OMD, what are those famous words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, please always remember the world is better with you in it. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. You look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy. Spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack. You just can't